It's a dark night, 2-0. So, you see the beacon of light through that black hole? So, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this pool. Either show me what it is I need to see. Well, all right. Now, someone has their horns out today. Now, you don't necessarily have to be a Capricorn or a Taurus. However, what I'm getting is this is involving a HELL razor, whether or not if you believe you are one. What this is talking about is an engagement. Now, for some, this is a verbal engagement. And for others, this is talking about a platonic relationship. Now, you may also know of a Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces involvement in an escapade. Now, what I mean by escapade is a liaison that could be a group event. However, it doesn't necessarily have to be. For some, this is talking about a speaking engagement. And for others, what this is getting to is an affair. Now, since there's so many zodiac sun signs on the table, what I gather from this energy is this is a frequency that many are on. Now, it may have something to do with solfeggio beats or tones. And if you feel like this is for you, what I'm getting for you is disassociating yourself from any type of meditation is best. However, if you are adept in the game, what this is talking about is you using these energies to clear yours. Now, in regards to an affair, you may also know of a Aquarius, Aries, Capricorn, Sagittarius, and a Taurus coming to someone's aid. And since this is the case, what I gather for you is a group excursion exposed to someone that something was hidden. However, you weren't aware that a certain person that you had with you released some information regarding your whereabouts and a group event. Now, if you feel like this is you, someone may have told you about something on Mother's Day or while you were leaving an event. And since this is the case, what I'm picking up is 4 different directions that could pertain to the elements. However, it doesn't necessarily have to be the elements. What this is giving me is an affair. Now, for some, this is talking about an affair with a person or a group. And for others, this is talking about a getaway. Now, you may have recently seen some content that involved gateways. And since this is the case, I'm going to inform you now that the Lionsgate portal is indeed a gateway. However, it's not the type of gateway that you think it is. And since this is the case, what I'm getting for a group of individuals is during some sort of escapade, you were released from an engagement, and when you were on your way out, someone told you that they either seen you there or they were going there themselves. Now, what I also know to be true is someone kept a watchful eye on you while you were out and about. And because of this, currently you are feeling like something is going on in the shadows, and while you were out, someone told you that they seen something on another channel. Now, if you feel like your energy is involved in this reading, my advice is to head on over to Sun, Moon, and Stars Intuitive and join the membership. Now, part 2 of this reading will be on tier 1 for those that are interested. So since all of these cards came out on the table, what I'm going to do is interpret them behind the scenes on tier 1. However, currently, what I'm getting is a new moon revealed something in regards to a mother figure. Now, for some, you are this mother, and for others, this is talking about a mother figure. Now, if you know of someone's foolish antics in the past that has something to do with a DM or a husband, then this reading is surely for you. However, in regards to a Capricorn, Sagittarius, and a Taurus, this is talking about something getting around about you. And what I feel to be true in regards to you, Capricorn, Sagittarius, and Taurus, is that you had someone in your home or you were in someone's home, and while you were there, something was left. Now, for some, what you left was a lock of hair, and for others, this is talking about an item of clothing. Now, if you've recently seen the reading that entailed someone losing a ring, what this is getting to is someone wanting a piece of your garment or your hair in order to be able to do some form of incantation. Now, what I'm also getting is a blissful union. Now, for some, this is speaking of an engagement that entails a ring. And for others, what this is talking about is a liaison. Now, you could currently be in a romance. However, you may or may not be aware that this person is either engaged or married. And since this is the case, what I'm getting is a mother figure may have advised you wrong in regards to releasing a song that entailed you sleeping with someone else's man. And since this is the case, what I'm getting for you is something that was done in the shadow is going to be revealed publicly. And this is because of a recording. Now, this recording may have been recorded while you were driving. And if you feel like this is you, what this is getting to is a slip up in your purse or someone recording you from the back seat has something to do with the energy that is being pulled currently. Now, in regards to this shift energy, what this is talking about is a panti, and what that is a pentagram. Now, you may refer to it as a pentagram. However, that is not what this is. This is talking about something being leveled. Now, you may also feel like a level head is needed, and since this is the case, what I'm picking up on is acupuncture. Now, you may have recently went to a holistic healer, and if this is you, my advice is to join the membership. However, for others that are interested in acupuncture, what this is talking about is smoke being released from your cerebellum. Now, when I got up, I found these on the carpet. So what I'm going to do is put these to the side and interpret them in a separate reading. Now, what I'm also picking up is the time of conception if you are a new mother. However, what I'm getting is something was revealed about a mother. Now, if you've recently had a liaison, what you can expect is a baby in 9 to 10 months. However, what I'm getting for a specific individual is that the person that you lay down with, whether if it's a male or a female, is married. Now, for some, this marriage is spiritual. And for others, this is talking about a paper contract. Now, what I also know to be true is a fire sign element is lurking in the shadows. And because they are lurking, a pentagram is being sent in their direction. However, in regards to an earth sign, what this is getting to is you tackling your shadow. Now, you could refer to this as you being in your lower self and needing to evolve. However, what I'm getting for you is the shadow energy that you're currently in means you already did. And because this is your energy, what I also feel to be true is a padam is going to release something. And when it's released, you're going to feel lightheaded. Now, my advice to you is to also join the membership. However, in regards to a water element, what I'm getting for you is a shadow being is lurking. And this is because of a pentagram that was used to invoke something from the underworld. Now, if you feel like this is you, cleansing your energy is what is needed. However, the water element will not work for this particular energy. Now, if you're an air sign, what I'm getting for you is you're communicating with someone that is already spoken for. And since this is the case, you may be feeling off kilter. And this is because someone that you're currently entertaining is into Vodam. And because they're into Vodam, they feel like you betrayed them. Now, what I also know to be true is an Aquarius is also creeping with the Aries. However, this female feels like that's her DM. And since this is the case, a Capricorn is going to say something in the near future. And when this Capricorn says something, a Sagittarius is also going to say, I know who that is. Now, in regards to this Taurus, this is speaking of a business engagement that could have something to do with you traveling, and while you're abroad or while you're away, a cycle is going to be completed. Now, if you are a Cancer, what this is getting to is you being in your element. However, a new moon is going to reveal some new activity. So my advice is for you to join the membership. Now, if you're a Libra, you're on the fence. And this is because you have options and you need to make a decision. Now, what I know to be true for you, Libra, is someone is attempting to scapegoat you. And this is what's lurking in the shadows in regards to your energy. Now, if you're interested in part 2 of this reading, head on over to Sun, Moon, and Stars Intuitive and join Tier 1. Deuces. What is your name? What is your name? Sergisias Etha.